Alambre. Alambre. Señor. Alambre. La bandera. La bandera. Alambre. La bandera.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Quaycentre in Sydney, Australia, for the last games of match day 4. Game 34, we have on court A, England taking on Uruguay. I am joined by Charlie McClellan. Charlie, how are we?
I'm very good. Enjoyed another great match day in the FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup, and we've reached the end of another day. 15 minutes late, we're going to end this one, but it's been a good day of Powerchair football. Another good one. It's intense, and England will be looking to bounce back from an earlier disappointing defeat to the USA.
We'll run you through the lineup for England. They are unchanged from the starting lineup against USA earlier on. So in goal, number 7, Chris Gordon. Number 8, captain John Boulding. Number 9, Marcus Harrison. Number 10, Dan McClellan. Oh, I'm being told that our graphic is wrong, and that number 4, before Ed Common is starting for Marcus Harrison, so apologies for that.
No, I don't think so. I think that's just...
Well, I'm just showing right. Anyway, on the bench we would have either Ed or Marcus. 5, Dave Lewis. 11, Tyler Reeve. 19, Brad Bates. Head coach Colin Gordon. And for Uruguay, they are without usual starting goalkeeper Diego Nin, who is suspended after picking up 3 yellow cards.
Yeah, he was absolutely on one this morning. I watched it against Argentina, and he was a lucky boy to not be serving a suspension due to a red card instead.
Can confirm it is Marcus Harrison who will start for England. We will run you through the Uruguay lineup when it appears on screen. Apologies for the delay. Can run you through the officiating crew while we wait. An Australian and USA combination. So the centre referee Ellie Smithers of Australia, assisted by Doug Wolf from America and Rebecca Goulet from Australia. 4th official Mike McCoy. We'll run you through the squad for Uruguay, and in fact we can see the starting line in front of us now. Yeah. So they have in goal,
in the centre they have, we're just trying to get a look at the goal.
7, Brian Medina. Out wide, number 9, the influential Francisco Wilde. And it is Lucia Barbosa Doldan on the other wing.
And it's Fabian Medina in goal.
We're underway. John Boulding straight away on the attack, England. Marcus Harrison across to Dan McClellan. Well cut out by Medina. John Boulding cut out by Brian Medina. Charlie, what do you expect from this game?
I'm expecting an England win. They struggled this morning against the USA, but they'll be motivated now to right that wrong, and so I think they'll be on good form.
That ball from John Balding, cut out by Barbosa Doldan, and out for an England kick in. Marcus Harrison will take it to John Balding, across to Dan McClellan, front bumper to Marcus Harrison, 180 spin, saved by Brian Medina. In comes Dan McClellan, just reverses out, Balding, raised it off Medina, turned by Brian Medina. Barbosa Doldan and Medina getting out of the way there, but it's Uruguay number 2 who comes away with it. Good. Just a little bit too close there. Referee plays advantage. Brings it back for the 2-on-1.
Really good from Australian referee Ellie Smithers there. Just let the full move play out for as long as she could before pulling it back for the set piece. I think advantage on the whole has been played very well by the officials here at this World Cup.
Yeah, that was a brilliant example of the advantage all in action there. Balding, little flick into Marcus Harrison. Had more space than I think he thought. Kind of pushed the ball back into John Balding, who's cramped up.
Yeah, the ball there was across the penalty area towards Dan McClellan. That would have opened Uruguay up the most.
Brian Medina, Barbosa Doldan. John Balding intercepts. As Brian Medina again comes away with the ball and will drive it up the court for Uruguay. By John Balding, just lets that go up for an England kick in. Marcus Harrison just driving Medina off the court there.
That was an interesting one. It's a bit chunky on this side with the contact. Don't really know what the need was for that. Marcus Harrison
Gordon tries to fight Dan McClellan, gets it horribly wrong. Brian Medina counters on it and now lets the ball run out of play for Uruguay. Kick in.
Medina's a player I've been so impressed with at this World Cup. He's so composed, oozes calmness and composure, and makes the right decision 9 times out of 10, which is exactly what you want for your centre player.
Barbosa Doldan trying to find a gap between Gordon and Balding. Shot that one pretty quickly. Brian Medina again tries to catch John Balding out of the post. But England's captain is up to the task, and it will be an Uruguay corner. Bright start from the South Americans, Charlie.
Yeah, it is an interesting start to this game. England haven't been as fast and intense as I thought they would be, and this is a good opportunity from the set piece. Poor pass from John Balding, and it's not often you say that.
Well, it's a poor corner from Barbosa Doldan to begin with. Brian Medina to take this Uruguay kick in. Francisco Wild down the right hand side. Can't hit a ball through a chair, Francisco. Shot saved by John Balding. Medina. Wild. Two on one given by referee Chris Gordon.
A bit unlucky there, Francisco Wild. I thought that Medina had done enough to get out quick enough there.
John Balding in all sorts of space. Now closed down by Barbosa Doldan. Well closed down by the Uruguay number 2. That's not bad from Francisco Wild, but straight at John Balding. Medina puts it out for a England kick-in, which Marcus Harrison will take. But John Balding, that far too hard for Balding to get on the end of.
Yeah.
Brian Medina comes away with it. Dan McClellan has to get out of there. Good pass from John Balding. Well done by Marcus Harrison just to fake the front bumper, take it on reverse. Can't get the 180 off though. Medina driving past Chris Gordon. Now tries to attack John Balding. Barbosa Doldan for support. Here comes the pass. No, John Balding takes it into contact. The ball stuck behind him. That is contact with the back of the chair there. That is a fairly obvious free kick.
Yeah, a bit unnecessary. Again, most of the fouls in this game have been of that nature, but that one from Lucia Barbados just really wasn't necessary.
5 minutes gone, England 0, Uruguay 0. Marcus Harrison back into Chris Gordon. took all the pace off that. I think he was trying to make it so that Dan McClellan could pick it off in front of the Uruguay goalkeeper. But Brian Medina, we thought was through one-on-one with John Balding, but as it happens, the ball goes all the way back the other end.
Where's Medina needs to be careful here because...
yeah, he just kicked the ball away and then blocked it coming in from Colin Gordon.
Yeah, a bit of pure petulance there from Medina, and a more harsh ref would definitely have booked him there.
We're 6 minutes in. There's no need for that. Here we go, Balding, McClellan, back to John Balding. Saved by Medina. 2-on-1 given in favour of Uruguay. Slightly harsh maybe, but referee is always right, as I always say.
They might as well be.
Overwhelming support of our officiating crew there. Charlie. Medina. Got Francisco Wild over on this near side as you're looking at it. Brian Medina. Oh, the ball to Barbosa Doldan. Just doesn't quite connect with the 180. Chris Gordon. Out to Marcus Harrison. Oh, I thought there was a referee. There's a 2-on-1. Did think it'd be a 2-on-1, and it is a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Again, Francisco Wild then getting in the way of England trying to settle.
The dark arts from Uruguay in the first 7 minutes of this game.
Again, given the number of yellow cards that the Uruguayans have picked up, it's strange to see him as a shot from Marcus Harrison there was saved by Fabian Medina. John Balding makes a little bit of connection with that and goes over an Uruguay kick in. Yeah, given the number of cards that Uruguay have picked up, it's a little bit surprising that they're choosing to start the time wasting and petulance this early on in the game.
Yeah.
Barbosa Doldan tries to let that go, but good pick off from Dan McClellan. And that is a good advantage by the referee, Marcus Harrison. From bumpers it into the back of the net. That is excellent from referee Ellie Smithers. Could have blown the whistle. The 2-on-1, chose to play on. Pick off from Dan McClellan into John Balding. Pass to Marcus Harrison. And a lovely front bumper finish into the far corner, Charlie.
Yeah, really good refereeing. You know, referees do have a little celebration after those kind of goals because they feel like they've done their job excellently, and she did very well there, Ellie Smithers. And it was a well-worked goal from England as well. Good pick-off from Dan McClellan. Took a clattering for it, but got it to Marcus Harrison, who had a relatively simple push-pass finish into the corner.
So much so that John Balding went over to congratulate the referee on that advantage.
Yeah.
File that under things you love to see. Brian Medina. Oh, good pick off from Marcus Harrison. Dan McClellan. Shot straight at Fabian Medina. John Balding. Out by Brian Medina, who early on has been absolutely everywhere, Charlie.
Yeah, he often is, Brian Medina. He takes up different roles in different games, but I think this is a game where he's realised he's going to have to be a bit all action as a centre player to try and keep England quiet, and so wouldn't be surprised if he has a very impressive heat map at the end of this one.
All that got to John Balding. Shot, saved by Brian Medina. Ball just bouncing up, and it'll be a set ball. John Balding. That's Brian Medina for the set ball. And in their home white shirt with a dash of blue. Got a white and the light blue. Brian Medina turns one way, then the other. Comes to Francisco Wild. A little bit of a counter-attack opportunity here for Uruguay. Barbosa Doldan to his right, who now moves into the middle. Well, cut out by Marcus Harrison. Touch from Chris Gordon. Invites the pressure from Wild. Stays in the box to make sure he doesn't give away a 2-on-1. In comes Marcus Harrison. Does well. Allows Chris Gordon just to pass it off to him. To take deflection off Marcus Harrison's chair. And out for Uruguay. Kick in Uruguay will be encouraged despite being 1-0 down.
Yeah, Lucia Barbosa Doldan just seems to be a bit careful here because she seems to be getting in sort of just on the edge of the 2-on-1 realm all the time, and it's a risk for Uruguay, but they have played well. And Francisco Wild is a player that I have really appreciated at this World Cup, showed some really good skill, scored 3 goals, and has been generally one of Uruguay's better players in this World Cup. And so if anyone's going to make something happen, he might.
Brian Medina. 1-2 with Francisco Wild. Cut out by Marcus Harrison. That was a dole down. Pressure by John Boulding. The Uruguayan coaching staff calling for a 2-on-1. They have the ball still. Dan McClellan. Little touch into John Boulding, but it will be this time the 2-on-1. The 2 Aspire players too close together. That's not the first time this half they have. John Boulding sends Marcus Harrison away. Wants that space. Wants to leave Marcus Harrison as the outlet ball. His assistant manager for England, Adam Kraut, signals for a substitution. John Boulding, this is what we said. Marcus Harrison is now the outlet. Takes a touch, brings it under control. Fabian Medina. Uruguay got away with a 2-on-1. No. Playing advantage. And it will be a substitution oncoming. Number 4, Ed Common. And off goes. Is it number 10, Dan McClellan?
Think so.
Yeah, it is. On comes Common. Experience for youth. Should be seeing confirmation of that substitution on your screens now. Very similar to the game against US. John Boulding. Down to Marcus Harrison. Back into John Boulding. Cross to Ed Common. Shot. Marcus Harrison. I cannot see. The fourth official is in my way, but I thought, was Brian Medina there?
No. Just drove completely past the ball, Marcus Harrison.
That's very unlike. And there is a shock on the cards over on Court B. Denmark 1, United States 0 in a game that has huge significance in the race for the semi-finals. John Boulding out for a Uruguayan goal kick. Yes, if you're of an Argentinian disposition, you don't like that goal.
No, it's a really interesting race between Argentina and Denmark, it seems, mostly now for that 4th place spot, that semi-final spot that would see them play against probably France on Friday. And yeah, Argentina won't like that goal because they need the result to go in the way of USA in that game so they can pick up their 4th spot. England, despite a couple of disappointing results in the last 2 days, still expected to be present in the semi-finals.
Back here in action on Court A, if you want to watch that Denmark-Uruguay game, it's live over on the 2023 FIPFA World Cup, Powerchair FIPFA World Cup YouTube channel. Brian Medina with this kick in for Uruguay. Not Francisco Wild in front again, it just deflects off Francisco Wild and out for an England. Kick in. And the bench having a chat with the England psychologist on the bench. A comment out by Brian Medina to attest to the good work that having a psychologist on the team can have. Well, if you're of an Argentinian disposition, you're a little bit happier now because the US have just equalised.
So John Boulding is going to take this kick in.
And Common in the middle. Marcus Harrison down his near side. It is the West Brom man he looks to find. Bet by Brian Medina. And he cut it wide and take it wide. Here we go. Takes it wide. John Boulding makes a dash to the middle to get in support. Shouts of patience from Colin Gordon. John Balding gets it back down to Marcus Harrison, but just behind him. Good pick up from Ed Common. Marcus Harrison, Ed Common! What a goal that is by England. What a goal.
Yeah, really, really good football from England. The shouts just before from Colin Gordon were patience, patience, and they did show their patience there, England, because Marcus Harrison managed to get himself positioned correctly, flick it back to John Balding, and then Ed Common and Marcus Harrison did the rest.
Shows the importance of, I'll finish this thought in a second, as Francisco Wild drives forward now. Brian Medina, nice 1-2. Chris Gordon can clear to Ed Common. Got loads of space as they break the lines. Takes a touch, then another one, has Chris Gordon in the middle. Great ball across from Chris Gordon into Marcus Harrison. Off the post. And away. England starting to turn on the style a little bit. Yeah, that second goal for England just shows the importance of the front bumper. Pick off. Ball had just looked to break down. Ed Common comes in, front bumpers. Back to the pivot. Across to Marcus Harrison. Ed Common doesn't rest on his laurels. And then another front bump pick off there. John Balding, Marcus Harrison takes a deflection off Brian Medina, hits a post. Saved on the line by Fabian Medina. And away. Uruguayan coach baying for a 2-on-1 and Marcus Harrison spin.
That's a really strange moment there because it seemed like everyone just sort of stopped and watched that ball. I think maybe if Ed Common or even John Balding had been more awake to that, then they may have been able to just push that in on the rebound. But all the England and Uruguay players just stopped when that ball was rolling towards the post and just watched it.
Medina takes the goal kick straight at John Balding, who's 180. Hits Francisco Wild, comes off Balding's knee, I believe. Chris Gordon takes a touch to slow it down. Met by Francisco Wild. Marcus Harrison blocking the space in the box. Flicks to Chris Gordon. Gordon plays it back to Harrison. Harrison back to Gordon. Tries to find Ed Common, but can only find Lucia Barbosa Doldan from Uruguay. It's back with Gordon now, who drives it towards Marcus Harrison. Good pass back to Chris Gordon. Tries to break the lines. Brilliant clearance from Francisco Wild, and that will roll out for a goal kick to England.
Yeah, much better second part of this second half from England. To be fair, it's been a solid performance from England. You can't really complain, you know. Uruguay have played decently. They've been difficult to break down in parts, and they have given it a go coming forward, but
Balding. Oh, I had Marcus in all sorts of space on this near side, but couldn't find him. Now can he try again? Oh, great dummy there. Lures in Medina. He's done well to recover slightly, but still, Balding drives the two down the court. Chris Gordon moves up to first pivot now. Marcus Harrison drops in as cover at second pivot. The trademark of the England game, getting the keeper involved all the way up in the attacking phase. Gordon, ball across, Ed Common, well saved by Fabian Medina. Now Francisco Wild, good turn, met by Marcus Harrison. As Brian Medina in support, comes to the Uruguay number 7. Turned by Marcus Harrison. Oh, bit of heavy contact with the back of the chair there. And the referee has no choice but to blow the whistle. Cries of disbelief from the Uruguayans in the stands. But contact with the back of the chair is a free kick in any situation. Ball across from Marcus Harrison, dummied by John Balding. Ed Common, they can build again. Balding across to Harrison. Ball across. And Ed Common wasn't there to get the tap in. England are playing lovely football, but they need to finish off the chances and put this game to bed, you feel?
yeah, they've had a couple now. That one where it flashed across the front of goal and Marcus Harrison just missed it, and now that you'd to expect that England could be 4, maybe even 5-0 up right now, and so that lack of a clinical edge will frustrate Colin Gordon, but he will be largely happy with the first half.
As referee Ellie Smithers blows her whistle for half-time. England 2, Uruguay 0. Uruguay were bright to start the game. Very even first 5 minutes. England then showed the quality that they possess. Good front bumper pick-off. Red Common, that is a trademark of the England game. To John Boldy across to Marcus Harrison. And Common didn't rest on his laurels. Got back in at the back post to finish off the move. And then just a few minutes later, they doubled their lead. And Charlie, at 2-0, Uruguay still in the game. That has to be said. It is said that 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline in football. And the next goal is crucial.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe the adage that 2-0 is the most dangerous scoreline in football, because I think if you're losing by quite a lot more, then that's worse. But I do believe that England just do need to be a little bit careful. I mean, Uruguay haven't been particularly free scoring. You know, they've only actually managed to make 2 goals in a game once. So they won't be massively, you know, looking to play really free-flowing football. And I don't think they will try to. I think they'll carry on being sort of pragmatic, limiting England where they can, and see if they can get something on the break. But yeah, 1 goal from Uruguay before a next England goal would make it a little bit of would create a bit of discomfort for the Three Lions in the second half.
Sounds like you and I tipped some water on board, Charlie.
Yeah.
You are watching the 2023 FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup. Join us shortly for the second half.
Worked out well for you.
Can't say no when you're at work. It doesn't work like that.
Yes, you can. Once.
You can say no to and then never come back to work.
Go. Yep.
Welcome back. Caught Charlie mid-Viking clap there, then on the other side. To the second half here at Sydney's Quaycentre in the Olympic Park. England 2, Uruguay 0. England have made a substitution. Off has gone number 9, Marcus Harrison. And on has come number 19, Brad Bates, who passes that ball back into John Boulding, who is met by Francisco Wild. Otherwise, everyone else is as you were from the start of this game. John Boulding tries to dummy that to Chris Gordon. Unbeknownst to him, Francisco Wild was in between. Oh, he didn't get a shout there maybe from Chris Gordon. Oh, but they can't capitalise on that rare mistake.
Really good from Francisco Wild in terms of reading the game, you know. He knows that Chris Gordon's always there as the outlet for England if needs be. And so he's just plonked himself in front of him. And it's better him just be there than be sat wide. So fair play, Francisco Wild, the good tactical play from Uruguay.
So, starting lineups. And the lineups are the same now. Chris Gordon in goal. John Boulding in the middle. Ed coming out wide. And now Brad Bates on this near side for England. Oh, Uruguay is Fabian Medina in goal. Number 7, Brian Medina in the middle, with Francisco Wild and Lucia Barbosa Doldan on the wings. Too wide it goes. Brilliant pass that is just out of reach of Lucia Barbosa Doldan. I told you 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline. That is a little bit of a warning shot for England. The power that Francisco Wild possesses. Gordon with the goal kick. Good pick off by Ed Common. Boulding back into Common. John Boulding spreads it to Brad Bates. Oh, this would be a wonderful goal if Ed Common can finish it off. Brilliant save by Fabian Medina. But what a move that was by England.
Yeah, really good from England there. Really, you'd hope that Ed Common would finish that off just for the goal of the weekend, the week tournament at the end of this week's proceedings. But it was really good from England, and they'll be very encouraged, Colin Gordon and his coaching staff, by that move.
I mean, if that had gone in, you could use that as a goal for generations to say, this is the way we want to play power chair football. That's a very clear 2-on-1
Contact
there.
2-on-1, it's probably obstruction. And probably 3 in the box as well. Why don't we just throw that in there?
I just want to go back to that. From an own England goal kick, into Ed Common, front bumper pick-off, back into Chris Gordon. Ed Common then makes the run into John Boulding. Boulding finds Common. Common back into Boulding. Boulding switches it to Bates. Ball across. They tore Uruguay apart there. That's what they need to do more consistently. But that was England's power chair football philosophy, literally on demonstration. Poetry in motion.
Yeah, just played with the shackles off for just a second, England.
Francisco Wild. As it is, it's still 2-0. Brilliant clearance from Chris Gordon into Brad Bates, and again, the attack is on. Just slows it down a little bit, bides his time, then 180s. Well blocked by Brian Medina. England have come flying up the traps here. Bates will go into Boulding here. Good 1-2. Lays it off by Barbosa Doldan. Just a little bit too close. There will be a 2-on-1 and a free kick to Uruguay, which Brian Medina will take. Has Barbosa Doldan down this near side, who is going all the way down the court, which makes it very obvious to read. That ball is going to go into Francisco Wild, and look at that. That was choreographed to perfection, but very telegraphed from Uruguay. Barbosa Doldan made the run too early, which allowed Brad Bates to read. The ball is going to Francisco Wild. Front bumpers it to Ed Common, a winger they leave high. For that exact reason, they always have a threat. A brilliant 180 cross. Brad Bates driving in, front bumper finish. Charlie, England 3, Uruguay 0.
Yeah, and it's really, it's okay to advertise what you're going to do if you actually then go and do it perfectly. Uruguay really showed what their plan was from that goal kick, which it's fine. it's fine to do, but then you have to execute it perfectly. The power on the ball has to be hard enough.
Goal kick. Oh, chance there for 𝐿𝐸𝐿𝐿.
It's USA 2, Denmark 1 over on the other court.
Good Charlie. Yeah. Fully turned around by the US. Look at this. To John Boulding. Locked by Bobo Zadoldan. Chris Gordon's back to cover. Into 𝐿𝐸𝐿𝐿. Boulding. Just not enough pace on that one to Bates. Medina tries to jockey John Boulding. Actually gets round him. But the ball is just out of reach. It goes to Chris Gordon. 𝐿𝐸𝐿𝐿 from bumper by Boulding. Well read by Francisco Wilde. Boulding really unhappy with himself there. That was a kick-in from that corner, that far corner, that came all the way back to John Boulding on the halfway line. As we're going to see a substitution here.
For Uruguay, it's going to be Francisco Wilde that comes off.
You're hijacking my substitutions here now, Charlie. Francisco Wilde does indeed go off. Number 21, Nicolas Sibils will come on. You will see confirmation on that change very shortly. As Brad Bates here gets it past Fabian Medina into John Boulding, who winds up the 180, met by Brad Bates and tapped in at the back post by 𝐿𝐸𝐿𝐿. It's another glorious goal from England. And just cries of just like watching Brazil from Colin Gordon. This is what we've grown accustomed to from England. They are really putting on a clinic. And a double substitution will be made. Marcus Harrison and Dave Lewis. And one thing to consider, they may take off John Boulding, who is on 2 yellow cards.
Yeah, I don't know if they showed the predictor before the game, but it was 4-0. That was the average predicted scoreline from the public. So well done to you guys at home who have been pretty on it with the predictions this time.
I said 4-0. I'm currently nervous because there's still 13 minutes left. And the way England are going, they could get another couple more. Who will be coming off for Marcus Harrison and Dave Lewis? I wonder. They want to make the substitution now, and it is indeed John Boulding who comes off to protect that yellow card. Oh, comes 𝐿𝐸𝐿𝐿, who was fantastic in his 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, very good performance from 𝐿𝐸𝐿𝐿.
It's Marcus Harrison who goes in the middle. Dave Lewis now. First job is to take that kick in. Dummy from Marcus Harrison. Strike from Brian Medina. Hit straight at Marcus Harrison.
I think what Colin Gordon signalled is that they're going to play a more natural power chair football formation here in England, with removing this, excluding the second pivot for the most part.
Interesting, given they are falling up, they could let the shackles off a little bit more maybe. Bobo Zadoldan tries to get past Marcus Harrison. Give us one way then the other. Harrison back to Gordon. Breaking the lines now, England. Good pick off from Marcus Harrison. Strike from Dave Lewis finds Brad Bates, who cushions it down. Back into Dave Lewis. Marcus Harrison. Dave Lewis winds up. Shot straight at Fabian Medina. Still alive here for England. Marcus Harrison feints the pass. Draws Medina in, who does well. Oh, strike. Makes good contact with the ball, but also absolutely clatters Brian Medina.
I'm excited for this England sub. Tyler Reeve came on yesterday and was absolutely excellent for about a 12-minute spell against Australia. He's going to get about the same here, and he's been, you know, patiently waiting, always cheering on his team, no matter what, and it's good that he's going to get some more game time here. Can only help the development of such a promising young player.
You are right, he was absolutely exceptional when he came on. Yesterday, replacing Chris Gordon, and he does so here now, and he'll be hoping to have the same effect. Many view Tyler as the future of England Powerchair football. Be around in squads for years to come. So, a much changed England lineup. It has now changed completely from the one that started the match. And that is what is good about going a few goals up. You can rotate and give game time to players. Brad Bates. It's to Dave Lewis. Good pass back into Marcus Harrison. Brad Bates. Perhaps looking for Marcus Harrison, but has found Dave Lewis. Had space behind him. There's some gap here. Tyler Reeve does well to cut it off before Nico Sibills can roll it in to an open net. Colin Gordon bellowing at Tyler Reeve. Perhaps maybe just pushed up a little bit too high.
Yeah, Gordon was a bit too central, was sat directly behind Marcus Harrison, which is, you want to be pick a side and go either side, just so you have a clearer view of the game, really, and read it well as hands-on head moment for the Uruguay coaches, because that was close.
There was a gap there, Marcus Harrison was leaving, but he did react quick enough to reverse and put it out for a Uruguay corner. Chance here for the South Americans to get a goal back. Nico Sibills just wedging himself almost between Marcus Harrison and Tyler Reeve. Defensive set being given priority.
Sibills hasn't quite realised that. I mean, it's an interesting position to pick up from Nicholas Sibills, because you're always just going to get in the way there, really. It's a good set if the ball's sort of in front of the penalty area, but from the corner, I'm not really sure about that.
In fairness, he did make Marcus Harrison move and reverse all the way back to the line, which I think if the ball had gone across to Medina at the back post, they might have caused England more trouble. Sibills picks off that goal kick from Tyler Reeve. T-side player does well then to find Marcus Harrison. He's got Brad Bates on this near side. Dave Lewis down the line. Tyler just being warned to watch his distance. Getting too close to Marcus Harrison. Brad Bates. Pick off into Tyler Reeve. Strike straight at Barbosa Doldan. Comes to Brian Medina. Just locked in the battle with Brad Bates. Tyler being told to reverse a little bit and watch his distance. Just being told to watch the distance off the first pivot. Want to give yourself more time to react to passes. Don't cramp the play up.
Yeah, that's
open up the pitch.
That's the nature of the game for an England goalkeeper. Really, you need to be able to read and see the whole game and anticipate your next move. Because it's a high-risk, high-reward situation, so the more leeway you can give yourself in terms of position and in terms of time before you're forced to make a decision, the better you'll do in the role.
It's a brilliant defensive block there by Marcus Harrison. Not quite sure that was what England had in mind when they came up with that kicking routine. Here is Marcus Harrison now, drives down the line, leaves it for Brad Bates. Well read by Brian Medina, who picks it up. There's Barbosa Doldan in the middle. Finds the Uruguay number 2. Ball comes across to Sibills, and Dave Lewis just lays one in there on Uruguay number 21.
Slightly unnecessary there from Dave Lewis.
I'm not quite sure if he was moaning at the referee there, and if he was, why he was, because that was
He just
rather blatant.
decided to just
Got there late and
do
decided,
a
you know
Roy
what?
Keane and just ram into someone just because he felt like it.
Yeah, Medina tries to find Barbosa Doldan, but it's behind the Uruguayan winger, and out for an England kick in deep in their own half. We're going to see Dan McClellan come back on for England very shortly. Brad Bates.
Ed Coleman also set to come on for England. I'm not sure who's going to go off.
Maybe see Ed in the middle with Tyler. That T-side connection maybe just to reassure Tyler, help him calm down. Seems to be a little bit flustered at the minute. We know he's got the quality. Marcus Harrison flicks towards Tyler Reeve. Brian Medina tries to keep that ball in and has done. I am dodging and weaving either side of fourth official Mike McCoy at the minute. Where is the ball? It is out for a kick in on the far side. Double substitution again for England. Off come Brad Bates and Marcus Harrison, and on come Dan McClellan and Ed Coleman. Indeed it is 𝐏𝐸𝐿, who goes into the middle. We saw them work well against Australia yesterday, Charlie.
Yeah, they did. Marcus Harrison didn't have a bad tenure in the middle, though. Got the ball moving quite nicely, but 𝐏𝐸𝐿 will just bring that little bit of familiarity for Tyler Reeve, who's still very young in his England career, and I would say that the goalkeeper position is the hardest one to learn for a player at England, and especially in a situation in which it's so different. It's a completely different position, essentially, to what Tyler Reeve, what a goalkeeper is in a traditional Powerchair football side, and so it's great for Tyler Reeve to have that little bit of familiarity.
I completely agree. I know I felt that when I got my call up. Going from a system where we didn't play 4 out at all to learning 4 out is very challenging indeed. Ball down the line here, 𝐅𝐸𝐿. Oh, nearly got that front bumper pick off across the Seville to the back post. Dave Lewis drives. Ball comes to Tyler Reeve. Brilliant ball to Dave Lewis. Heavy touch though from the England winger. 𝐅𝐸𝐿 not going to let that roll out for a goal kick. Instead chooses to pick it up, which might benefit England here. He's looking for Tyler Reeve in the middle, but it goes out for England kicking instead. The other thing you've got to remember is Marcus Harrison isn't a normal centre player. Rarely does it for West Brom. Dave Lewis across to 𝐏𝐸𝐿, who dummies it to Dan McClellan. His first touch soon coming back on. Brilliant one into Tyler Reeve. 𝐏𝐸𝐿 just trying to flick that into the path of the young Aspire winger. It is Brian Medina who drives it forward. Met by Tyler Reeve. Being driven back to the box by Uruguay. All the way to the box, almost at the line now. Brian Medina has 𝐅𝐸𝐿. A little bit settles for the kick in. Substitution for Uruguay. Coming back on. Looks like will be Francisco Wilde. Coming off is number 7, Brian Medina, who I have to say has been absolutely excellent for Uruguay today.
Yeah, he has for the whole tournament, to be fair. He's definitely one that he won't get the votes because people need to have watched the wider game and not necessarily just what you see through a TV. But I think he's been absolutely excellent for Uruguay and could be one that could even be considered for the team of the knockout stage, because I honestly can't speak highly enough of Brian Medina.
Francisco Wilde trying his trademark cheeky effort near post. That goal kick from Tyler Reeve was intercepted by Wilde, but rolls out of play for another goal kick, and Tyler Reeve will have another chance. Colin telling Dan McClellan to drop short, giving Reeve another option. Reeve finds McClellan. Oh, this is beautiful from England. Reeve now has the ball. Dave Lewis back to Tyler Reeve. Close to a 2-on-1 there. England got away with that one potentially. Francisco Wilde now. Looking for options. Drives. Good clearance from Tyler Reeve. You see a bobbing with the strike. Saved by Reeve in the edge of the box. Just sandwiched the ball between himself and Dave Lewis. 3 in the box. As Dave Lewis just edged into the box slightly.
Yeah, and that's cardinal sin in Powerchair football. 3 in the box is the most unnecessary of the fouls to commit.
I know England have made a lot of changes, but Uruguay are enjoying a positive end to this game. Francisco Wilde winds it up, not once, twice. Now strikes. Lucia 𝐅𝐸𝐿 gets that one all wrong. And McClellan.
Yeah,
I was about to say, well read by 𝐅𝐸𝐿. She didn't quite stay the required 5 metres away. If you are new to Powerchair football, you must be 5 metres away from any set piece. Of course, 2-on-1's also a key rule. Tyler Reeve, he's playing 2-on-1. in a second as we enter additional time. Barbosa Doldan straight to Tyler Reeve. Brilliant front bumper pick off into 𝐏𝐸𝐿, and again from Dan McClellan into 𝐏𝐸𝐿, but Francisco Wild reads the pass out wide to Dave Lewis. It is quickly for those new to Powerchair football, 2-on-1. Can't have two players from one team within a 3-metre radius of the ball and a member of the opposition team unless it is the goalkeeper and the defender in their own defensive box. Dave Lewis, as we enter additional time here in the final game of day 4. England 4-0 up over Uruguay. Barbosa Doldan for a kick in. The substitutions made by Colin Gordon will perhaps add on 1 or 2 minutes. 𝐏𝐸𝐿 dummies that across to Dan McClellan. Takes a wonderful touch on the inside off Francisco Wild and out for an England kick in a bit deeper. McClellan now, the second youngest player in this tournament. I have to keep reminding myself he's only 14. Oh, what a touch that is! Unbelievable from Dan McClellan. Brought that down dead.
Actually involved the leg of Dan McClellan, that touch. He's definitely rubbing it in a bit of discomfort.
I saw yesterday Colin Gordon had an absolutely filthy moment where he flicked the ball up on the side of his foot and caught it in his hands.
Well,
And still got it.
he did play for Leicester. So just seeing out the last couple of minutes of this game here, England.
Medina with perhaps what may be the last kick of the game. Goal kick straight at Dan McClellan, and the ball rolls in past Fabian Medina. Dan McClellan gets a goal right at the end of the game.
It's one of the weirder goals that I've seen here today.
No, I've got to give Dan full credit. Read the goalkeeper's direction, stole a march on the middle player Francisco Wild, who was caught a little bit napping there. Drilled it past Medina, who couldn't get there. Francisco Wild restarts. 𝐏𝐸𝐿, Dave Lewis to Dan McClellan. Tyler Reeve now. Switch to Dave Lewis. Oh, the ball couldn't quite split. Uruguayan defence. A little bit of miscommunication there between Dave Lewis and Tyler Reeve, but that is the full-time whistle. England 5, Uruguay 0. England will be happy with that to bounce back after their 3-0 defeat against the US earlier on. And some of the goals, Charlie, were pure quality.
Yeah, it was good moments from England. Perhaps still not yet the 100% performance that they'll be looking for, but definitely getting there from England, and much better than this morning. I hope England will now take the time to look back at this morning, because that game can't just be forgotten because of a good performance this evening, and there definitely were issues for England to look at from that USA game. But as far as the now is concerned, England will be happy with another 3 points, which will go a long way to cementing their place in one of the semi-finals on Friday.
If I know England, they will review the footage and adapt. As for Uruguay, they showed bright spells in this game. First 5-10 minutes especially were fairly even, but when England went 2-0 up, they looked rather comfortable, just undone by the quality that England possessed. Saw yesterday, England took a sword to Australia after losing 3-0 to France earlier on, and Uruguay have suffered a similar defeat. I'm still encouraged by Uruguay though. Francisco Wild, Brian Medina especially, are two quality players as they go into tomorrow, looking to finish off the group stage in as best form as they can. Charlie, final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Uruguay, fair play to them. They've really shown up this tournament and given it their all. It's not one that they're going to get into the semi-finals, which is what maybe one of their ambitions would have been, but they've done very well. They've done themselves proud, and I'm sure they'll only go from strength to strength and be even stronger at the next World Cup in Buenos Aires. But a couple of good opportunities tomorrow for Uruguay to finish get their campaign strongly, and for England, they'll be looking to finish with a resounding couple of wins tomorrow as well, but ahead of the inevitable semi-finals to follow on Friday.
Well, that concludes match day 4 here in Sydney. England 5, Uruguay 0. I've been Greg Baxter. Thank you, Charlie, for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to more Powerchair football here from the Quaycentre. Do join us tomorrow on both the FIPFA official YouTube channel and the 2023 FIPFA Powerchair Football World Cup for more incredible Powerchair football action. Goodbye.